B.A.E podcast.
Yeah, that's your note?
Hey.
Hit it one more time. Yes. Okay, so
Yeah. Boom! We're back.
let's go.
You was not doing none of that earlier. It was just me.
So trying to get on your vibe though.
What you mean?
You're just, you always come
I turn
with
it on.
You
I know,
always
I
come
turn it
with
on,
it.
turn
Like
it
you
on.
just literally will
I
be
know.
like down and out. And what's up? And I'm
Shit got to get popping.
Right. It's all about you though, okay?
You know what the hell going on, bro?
Okay. What's up?
Man, we back on the group project.
Yes.
Okay.
We trying this thing out.
Undergrad.
Okay.
we back on the group
Trying to
project.
get that A though.
Somebody's not pulling their weight.
Okay. But anyway, I'm Candace Cooper,
Coop.
and this is my co-host.
Damn, big baby brand, what's happening?
Yes. So
You know what
know
I'm saying?
today.
Real men wear Ugg slips.
There it is. When you got money.
Nah, I bought these actually at the Nordstrom rack.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. For
And
the
you get
discount,
the 50%
for the
off, and then there was an extra 25.
Okay.
220s. And I was like,
Okay,
damn,
so-
these with no socks.
Like you mentioned, we have group here today.
Yeah, group
So,
game.
Group game. We're gonna let them introduce themselves. 'Cause,
Again.
we don't like to give people's name
Nah.
wrong, let them drop
Get
their
their own
ass.
stats.
You know,
Their
stuff
own
like
stats.
that. So we here brought a group today. We're gonna kick it off. My girl, Key.
I'm just Key.
Just like that.
I'm back.
And to let y'all
Oh
know,
my God!
no. To let y'all know, black people do wear Crocs.
Oh, I have a pair.
Thank you.
I have a blue
Thank
pair. I have
you.
three pairs.
Pink.
Thank you.
She's an athlete. She's supposed to have a pair. They automatically come with
We're
three.
so comfortable.
I work there, so that's my excuse.
Oh my! For
We
real?
don't think black people wear Crocs.
How much you get the crops for?
$40.
I'll bust off the camera. Go ahead. Sorry.
I am Brandon Pierre, newcomer to the set here. I don't know, I'm just
What's your ad? Tell people where to find you.
Brandon Pierre. That's it. I am
Dreamer.
Yeah, you know.
This is apparel.
Okay, let's
Oh,
find out.
that's
Make sure you get it
nice.
right.
You
Where
know
can we
what I'm
get
saying?
it?
Is the light here?
TheDreamerShop.com.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cheap plug.
Santis. I was here last
Santa! I like Santis.
You can follow me on Instagram, Santis_Lachey. That's it.
My name is Lauren Wilder. It's Wilder Than You on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm just happy to be here. So,
Not the boy. Wilder than you.
Gotcha.
2 shots. Kick ass. You did.
gang gang.
The Crocs plug.
It's gonna be a good one. Okay.
Lead the way.
So here we are today. My first thing, because you gotta keep it a little bit of sports.
Mhm.
So you have an all-star, right? We'll call it your all-star chick, your all-star dude. What does that entail?
Your all-star dude.
Yeah. Your all-star man. If I have an all-star, my man, he's number one on the roster. He all my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What does that look like? And then an all-star chick. What does that look like for you?
An all-star chick for me.
Yes.
To fit me in my life.
Yes.
Oh, my.
I got to know.
Oh, me, oh, my.
Sips tea.
For me.
So you want to do all-star man first or all-star chick?
I mean, it don't matter. Hang out with it. Ladies, y'all want to go first? You want me to set the tone?
You set the tone.
All-star chick for me is somebody who's just confident. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who know how to open their mouth and communicate. I'm not a mind reader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you have something you need to say. First of all, let's be an adult. There's never a right time to talk.
Never.
Period. It's never a right time to talk, bro. It never is. No, I mean, it ain't after work. It ain't before work. It ain't on lunch break. It ain't before the bed. It ain't in the middle of the night. It ain't while you taking the shit. It's not while you in the shower.
Just never.
It's never a good time to talk.
Never.
But it's the one important thing you must do for anything to work. And that's the problem today. People have these expectations. They expect you to be like, people were raised different. People were abused different. People were brought up different. It's a lot of stuff.
Did you say that people were abused?
Yes. Because the average person out here has been abused by their family members or some relationship by some way.
This is true.
In some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. That's all-star to me is a woman who can open her mouth and be confident and understand that my job comes with a lot, but you also have to understand I'm tired, I'm older. So I ain't out here in these streets no more for real. I did too.
First of all, you sitting here with a blanket with your hands right here.
Because I'm trying to Professor X knowledge.
I never feel like you've been married for 50 years.
Bro, he said, gotta be
You about to give us some.
I done been through the pain.
He need a rocket chair.
I done been
He
through
just needs to rock.
He even
His
right.
hands is folded. Y'all, did y'all peep that?
I done been through some things, y'all.
Yeah.
Chill
Okay,
out, man.
that's what you would need for all-star chick. Now you have an all-star chick in your life.
I
So how
Look
do
at that
y'all?
fan club.
I mean, you know.
So talk to a little bit how that came. You know.
For me, it was a situation where, like, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've been like, dang, I shouldn't have let that slip by, or it slipped by. It's like, that shit may never come around again.
Ooh.
So for me, it was a situation where Brittany was already my best friend. I think it made the most sense for my life because she was always looking out for me. Like, Darren can tell you, I bought shoes like it was going out of style. Like, my mom threatened to put me out when I was living at her house. She's like, you bought some more shoes, you got to get out. So for me, that was what was important to me, shoes, clothes, and things of that nature. And like, Brittany came in my life and like really like turned that upside down for me, like conceptually making me think past the moment, you know what I'm saying, and material, right? So like, it was a situation where I was about to get some threes.
The threes.
Yeah, it was definitely three.
Cement?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, only thing in here, I don't know what the hell.
And so she was like, yeah, you can get the J's, but how you gonna eat next week?
Ooh, that's
like,
a real woman.
Yo. First off, I don't know who you're talking to. And I can eat oodles of noodles, you know, whatever. It's just me. So, I ain't talked to her for like 3 days. I was in my bag. And then I definitely didn't get those J's. Because, I mean, she really made me think, it was like, dang, how am I going to eat next week? Like, so, that for me was like, all right. Let me hang this jersey.
The fact that you respected her opinion.
Yeah.
Let me hang this jersey up.
Yeah.
When you start giving a damn about
what somebody else thinks,
her feelings,
and bro, even in being in a married situation, like it's still
It's work.
Yeah,
Ooh, I bet.
that selfish person will rise up and be like, come on, man.
And then you gotta look at them every day. So I bet that's rough.
I mean, it is what it is, and that's when you're in the process of dating and eliminating who ain't gonna make the cut, and finding your all-star guy.
Right.
Those are some things that you have to take into consideration. Right. You gotta I was able to look at Brittany's mom and was like, oh, okay, that's what she look like. We should get older. We are good.
That's really what
you
do.
So
cause if I'm making the decision to wake up next to that every day for the rest of my life,
you gotta see what it
then
is.
yeah, you start off looking.
No one's
like
buying
you
cars
come down
without
looking
test
like
drive.
I said that last episode, right?
No one's buying cars without test drive. I mean, you gotta see what's what.
Come on, all-star guys.
Okay, so yeah, let's switch it up, ladies. None of us have our all-star man just yet. Just yet. So what is that we're looking for? So what is it you're looking for in the man that you feel like you haven't found yet?
This is a...
Okay, I'll be honest, because we're here to be honest.
Go ahead,
Right.
Santi.
So, 6-year relationship just ended like 5 months ago. So,
What weak ass dude let you? No, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying.
anyways, different story for a different group. But so right now, when I'm on hot girl summer shit, but what I'm looking for, my ultimate number one, somebody who has his own. Don't come around asking me for no money. Asking me, can I drop you off?
Yeah, that money thing.
Asking me, can I pick you up? Like, no, I am 25 years old. Like, you need to be established by now. Yes, I mean, you need help, of course, like mentally, emotionally, things like that. I can support you, whatever, but no, I cannot give you $500.
See, that's why I'm on some know your worth, King, because I know my worth.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm not going to ask shit from you. If anything, I'm going to just be like, here, take this little thing. Have some fun.
And that's the thing, like, I'm not asking, like, for anything, like, whatever. Like, if you want to do
it's really crazy out here like that. Like, it be really men out here who ain't got it, like, they don't got it.
Yeah, and it's one thing to be honest about it, but I'm also not your mama. Like, I'm not.
I can't ask nobody.
Not
I
raising
can't ask
you.
a girl for
Can't ask my girl for no money?
I can't.
Not 20.
Like, if it's like
That's
$5 for you
not
to get a 4 for $4,
But
That's
yeah,
not in me. Even if you get me something, it's like because you on the way over here.
yeah, that's okay. I got you.
But nah, I mean, it's still not.
not like no big, like 500, 600. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Can I say?
And then you gonna hold the vagina and the money up in my head? Oh no!
That.
God, so
What were you gonna say? Because
I just think that I think it's a matter of who the person is, because even being married, like I don't even want to ask my wife for stuff either.
Oh.
Like for real.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I know
Right.
it's I know I can get it.
Right.
I know she got it.
Right.
I just be like, nah.
But it's also
tough.
how you
I
establish
wasn't
your
raised
relationship
like
and
that.
where you are in
Yeah.
the relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
But then
we
she'll
just
get on
talking
me and
and
be like,
dating.
Why didn't you just tell me you
Yeah,
did X, Y,
like
Z?
Brandon, what like?
So you gonna wait till you
told
down
me.
and out to be like,
Man, I have overcome a lot of things.
Are you the oldest? Are you the oldest in your family?
I am.
That's what it
I
is.
am.
That's what it is.
And so for me, it's just always been like,
It's just
you know,
you.
I used to hear, you don't do that what costs people money. Da, 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 da. So I just grew up with all right, I will never ask anybody for anything because I always feel like I'm a burden.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's even something that you have to overcome,
Right.
like in and of yourself. That's just something I deal with. You gotta be married, like that's just something you deal with on your own.
Right.
And so it's really just like in picking your all-star person, like you really gotta know.
You gotta be naked, man.
You gotta be naked with yourself first.
It's so hard sometimes.
Yes,
It
that needs to
is.
be a
That's what I
meaningful
struggle
show.
with.
You gotta be
You
naked,
gotta be
man.
naked with
You gotta be
yourself.
naked, man. You gotta understand like these
Well, no.
are my flaws. Like,
Yeah.
And
my
it's
flaw
sexy.
is like I feel like because all things I've accomplished, a lot of shit should go my way.
Right.
That's a
Can
real
you
life
say
law.
it one more time?
I just honestly how I feel. I
That
honestly
is out
feel
there.
like with all the things I've accomplished, I'm talking about like out the mud, country
Bruh, I
boy,
feel you.
to financial stable and the things that I can provide that I know the average men cannot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things I'm not gonna tolerate.
You know your worth. That's good. That's what I'm saying.
But he had to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to grow.
And I think.
And I'm talking about failed relationships, countless relationships that failed.
And
like-
you said you were 25, so like at 25, I know that I wasn't as established as I am now.
Right.
Hell no.
So then it's like, what is your gauge for being established at 25?
but there's different
It's not even
growing
about
together.
being-
Right.
It's about being honest where you are now.
Okay.
Like it's like, well, even like we're dating or whatever. Like, don't come at me like that because we're not on that level. But it's also like accept where you are,
Okay.
but don't bring me along with.
Okay.
And it's also you can be honest about where you are and also have ambitions about where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think if you just being like, I'm cool where I'm at. I'm cool working as
However,
friend for
I
the rest
think
of my
that
life.
women do get the bad rap for dating potential. Because
I can't do no more potential, child.
you see what I'm saying? Because
Somebody's tired.
because
Somebody's
sell you the
tired,
world.
Hey, you see that little
I'ma
boy?
get you
If I'm
this
talking to
Walmart,
somebody,
and
then it's like, okay.
it don't be that. You
I'm-
like,
I'm serious.
You can give me this Walmart, but yeah, I'm picking you up.
yeah, exactly. So yeah.
You said what?
I said you can give me. He was something
Like I was saying, like dudes is like promise you the world. Is, I can get you this Walmart, this Target, and like really can't even buy a bar of soap out of it.
So,
That's
Can't buy balls.
transparency.
you're
You
not
gotta
being
be
honest with right.
Yeah, exactly. I just think you gotta know you.
Because the
really-
truth will come out.
Yeah,
It
eventually.
will,
It'll
yeah.
go. It'll
Because,
come
yeah,
out.
that first couple months of talking, like,
Yeah,
I'm
everything
still
goes
showing
in.
you what I want you to see. About
Yeah.
that third month, you're going to see who I really am.
But you know what though? Like,
Nah,
some
you
people
can hide
get
that shit for a year.
what? Some
Man.
people put
Yeah,
that
shit
for way
2 years.
longer, man.
You can
Well,
tell
matter of
about that
fact-
shit. They year 2, you like, yo,
Niggas have a whole
Who
ass relationship.
are you?
Yeah. Whole ass family.
You be like, bro, you didn't even the first 6. You wasn't even on this. Now you right.
Flip a switch.
It's crazy.
But people are changing every day. So
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you think there's expectations versus standards? Like, do you have expectations of people,
Yes.
Yeah.
or do you have
Yeah, but
standards?
expectation leads to disappointments.
Yeah, and that's what people always tell me. They're like, Lauren,
What's
you're
under
being
standards?
crazy. You need
I
to
think
relax.
so.
I think
I think
I was gonna say
so.
they're like
You
one
think
and the
There's
same.
standards and expectations?
I think they're one and the same
So standard
like-
is you gotta have a
because
job.
if someone
Expectations,
doesn't meet it,
I expect for you to pay for
then you're
that.
disappointed, right?
Expectation could be, I expect for you to have a job that I feel like is credible. So, like, if
Ooh.
the standard is you gotta at least
That's
work at
tough.
Walmart, but then my expectation is you're gonna be
A supervisor.
I mean, exactly.
A supervisor. Manager.
Okay.
Manager.
Exactly. You ain't gonna be, you know,
Yeah, you
stop-
talking about
Not
I'm about
knocking the Walmart.
Listen,
people.
No,
do
no,
you?
You're not knocking
disclaimer.
y'all.
Good job.
Not
Not knocking
Yeah.
y'all.
Do you?
Not-
But if you work there, you got to be holding some keys. And not just to the register.
Oh my God.
You gotta have a key. You gotta have a key that only like 25% of the store got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
But
You
if
said you
start-
need how much? Hold on.
If you start as a clerk, I'm gonna
So
need you
that's
to
not high
progress and want to
expectations?
be management.
Ah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta want to grow. I mean, if you got a company just, I need you to try to be grown.
Okay, let me ask you this.
No, listen, hold on. I was just saying, if the company is Walmart, are you really at the ground level right now?
I don't even gonna go that route.
I'm just saying.
In y'all circles, you know what I'm saying? You have, obviously you have your line sister circle, you have your family circle, your close friend circle, sister circle, whatever. Are people growing, or everybody's all talk?
Everybody growing in my circle.
No, everybody growing.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, because
They
they make
you
me
don't
be
have a
like,
growing circle,
ooh,
then you stuck.
let me go ahead and level up, because what y'all doing? Okay, cool. We always like, ooh, all right,
You're the only one that everyone's like, damn, you doing so great, you so bomb, but it's like they're not doing the same thing. You can't say the same kind of shit. Then you need to kind of reevaluate that circle.
So what do y'all feel about the statement? Don't expect you from others. What do y'all feel about that statement?
I feel like that's a real thing, and I feel like I don't expect from a lot of people, and people always look at me like, why are you expecting the worst? And I'm like, because I've seen the worst.
Right.
So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the worst. When people do good things, I'm like, okay, great. Which I know is toxic as fuck, and I'm working through that. So
I think a growth moment also is when you recognize something that someone else is doing in yourself. So you're like, damn, I'm so pissed that they don't call me back. I'm like, damn, but you don't call people back either.
All right, let's just say you got a friend, right? Mm-hmm. You got a friend. I use B.A.E for instance. He got a clothing line, right? Mm-hmm. And you've known him 10 years. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And they see you posting it every day.
Oh, there are those people.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And not every time they post something, you share it. Yeah. You may not buy it, you may not have it, but at least you share it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you post it every day. Support me, come by. But they never do it. Do you address that, or do you just, hey, don't expect you from everybody else up?
Yeah, you peep game. You gotta be like, bet, cool.
But you know what?
But can we admit as human, as adults, that legit hurts your feelings?
Oh, bro, I was just about to say, for me, I was legit hurt because the only reason I ever even started the brand was like to pay to finish my album. And so like when I told people what I was doing and how I was doing what I was doing, I was like, well, maybe they will see what it is I'm trying to get done to help me anyways, because it's me.
Right.
And you've known me. Needless to say,
that's an eye opener.
Some people didn't.
And get real. And
it make you reevaluate. It's just like, okay, I get it. I get it. Like I tell people all the time, there are times where you really question, hey man, am I doing what I was like? Is this my purpose? Yeah. Is this my purpose? Am I wilding? Because something ain't panning out.
Right.
I did a free show in DC. Took the brand, whatever, and I did the show. Now a lot of my friends from undergrad stay in the DMV, Washington DC area. A few of them came out. A few of them that I expected, that I gave word to, did not show.
Dang.
They, however, the next night went to an LMA concert where the tickets were nothing cheaper than like $85. Mm-hmm. And so I was just like, yo, I'm just doing a free show.
Right. I didn't even ask y'all for nothing. Right.
Like up the street from your crib. All you had to do was just come see me.
Right.
And it's just I would have been there for you.
Right.
But going back to the statements, like, you can't expect yourself from other people.
Exactly.
And on the same side of that token, like you were saying, it's like, oh dang, you get mad when people don't call you back or text you back, but you don't be texting back either. Yeah. So it makes you
or you
evaluate.
Wanting stuff from people that you don't even do yourself.
Facts.
You hold people to a standard you don't hold yourself.
So then all of that made me check myself and was like, am I supposed
to? Am I showing up here?
Right.
Give me something on the key.
When I made the conscious effort to make sure that I was doing it, and some things kind of changed, and then some things didn't. It was just like, okay, cool. But I see where we're at now, and I know I'm taking care of what I'm supposed to do. Right. That statement I've been seeing, of course, on social media everywhere, but
yes, it's real.
It does make you really like.
I mean, and that goes across the board. That goes across the board for family, because just because the word family and someone's related to you by blood don't mean that's your family. You know, there's some things you like. You look at your family members like, bro, you really saying that about me? You know what I'm saying? So I think it goes across the board. I think you have to. Your close circle, I think you can hold to a standard.
Yeah.
Cause I think so, because your close circle should know you a little bit more than whoever these other people you expecting this stuff from. You know what I'm saying?
So my close circle, can I tell them about themselves and I expect them to be in my close circle?
Yes.
Yeah, because that means they can do the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, I you can ask B.A. I'm a stubborn friend.
Oh yeah.
I'm a very my way, highway friend. You know what I'm saying? But I will give you my last. I'll be there if I'm available. Like, there's no question about my loyalty. I mean, I stand by it. You know what I'm saying? I support whatever it is. I've always been that. But I'm like, so if like I'm the type of friend, like, if you kind of cross me one time, that's kind of it.
And I'm the complete opposite. I'm a very forgiving person.
Oh,
You feel like you're too forgiving?
Yes! Oh my God, her she got friends that she's still friends with that I'm mad at.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm about to
On her
why you
behalf?
still kicking with that bitch?
On her behalf.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's how nice she is.
It's like they'll fuck her over and you be like, why do you
Man.
fuck with them? You ready to go? You ready to go?
I'll cut them off.
Okay.
I am that way.
Okay.
No.
Brittany,
I'm forgiving.
I'm
wife
very
is-
forgiving
my wife
as
is very
well.
forgiving.
But
what's crazy is I'm mad at her for the very trait that
You wish you,
You
had
love
it.
her for.
it's like she embodies what my mother has. So it's like I don't like.
I love you.
Yeah, I don't like that you're this way because people take advantage. But
Yeah.
what's crazy is she made me think. One time she was like, "Look, but if I wasn't this way, would you be here?
Exactly.
Because you done messed up too."
I'm very hard. I'm very hard on the.
Are you very hard on other people because you're very hard on yourself?
Very much so.
Yeah, I'm hard. I'm more hard on me than anybody is.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I'm harder on myself than I am on other people.
yeah, there's no way. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way like anybody can tell me like you need to work harder, because I've been telling myself 10 times and I've done it before you even thought about telling me. So so since I'm like that on me, I'm like that on my circle. You know what I'm saying? My
Maybe
close,
you might also be like that on your partner. Maybe you gotta learn some grace.
yeah.
You gotta learn to give a little grace to yourself first.
Yeah.
And then to other people. It'll trickle to the other people.
Yeah, but it can. I know sometimes it can maybe close people away. But I'm very passionate. If I see that you're passionate about something, I'm passionate for that for you. So then when I give you advice or talk to you, I don't want no fucking excuse. Like, let's go.
We know.
I know. Like I
We know.
This podcast still here because God.
I can attest to that personally.
He be on your
He'd be like,
neck,
"Yeah, my man,
bruh.
it's my man."
Right.
And if I can give advice to anybody in this circle, if it's anybody that you follow, like, remember, and this is for people too. Remember, the people you follow aren't your friends.
Yeah.
Just because you follow somebody on Instagram, you know every act, every voice they do, you
Yeah.
don't know them. And a lot of these people have a character on this phone but are timid in real life.
yes.
Or have been, like, I've been robbed at gunpoint. I've had somebody try to rob me at gunpoint. I've had somebody follow me on the highway. I have different alarming systems on me that, like, if you,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I'm
Right.
sorry. Here's your teeth. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to go in like that. But I mean, like,
Yeah, you can't.
you have to remember, people
Yeah.
are human.
Yeah.
People have all been through something, man. We're all not,
Healing
like,
from something.
everybody's dealing with something.
Right.
So,
But is that a cop out when it's like sometimes you're just a fuck up and you're just fucking up and you're just an asshole? Like, oh, but I'm going through something. Yeah, well, you know, we all are. That's
Right.
that doesn't entitle you to be a jerk or mistreat me or not, hold your own when it comes to a relationship just because you have all these traumas and issues. Like, nigga, we all got them.
and
So like, how do you overcome them so we can either be good partners or go about our way?
I don't know.
I think ultimately you have to make that decision in and of yourself to just ultimately go your own way. Because I think even trying to stay with that person while they get it together can be toxic for you. It's like, well, dog, like, I could have been gone, but I'm waiting around for you to get right. And
Sometimes you just gotta leave.
yeah,
That's that 6
How much
years.
understanding?
That's that
is
6
too
years.
much
That's that 6
understanding.
years.
That is the
You
question.
know it's serious when the hands close up and the thumb come on top of the head. Ooh, Jesus.
But I gave you
I-
6 years.
Right. So in the grand scheme, 6 years when the whole talk about a lifetime.
But you learned so much in that 6 years, and now you know, like, I'm not dealing with this.
did.
ever.
Was there
But
no,
you know
but any
do
red
now?
flags in the 6 years? that
Yeah.
she-
Yes.
Oh, there was a lot.
Child, she had red flags in the first year, but what she chose to
The first
do
month.
was ignore them and continue
Off
to
potential.
push off potential.
That's why I'm asking how much understanding is too much understanding.
And then I have a
Know your
question,
words.
too.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being real with yourself and knowing what you can tolerate. And a lot of people think there's something wrong with that. There's like, for me, I would never date an industry chick ever. And everyone's like, oh man, you wouldn't. Like, I know me. I've been in it. I've seen things. I've literally seen things. And I'm like, wow, you never know what the path was. I'm not saying that's for all, but damn if it ain't a lot.
Definitely glad I got a Super Bowl ring before I blew up. Definitely glad.
Final thoughts. We're on a positive note.
Positive note.
It starts with you.
Starts with
You know what I mean? Like, you have to believe in you. I think a lot of people make a mistake of trying to please their, relationship, trying to please their family, their mother. You know what I'm saying? You have to take control. You have to believe in you. Because when you get out here, as we talked about in the episode, there's gonna be some people that you expect to support you, not to support you, and that don't matter, because you know why? You believe in you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out here who, like, they busting their ass for approval from their daddy. Busting their ass just to hear their father say, I'm proud of you. You don't need that man to say you proud of you. Say you proud of you.
That's what matters.
And that's I'm sitting here living, telling you that's one of the hardest things to do. I'm so busy looking at my career. You too. You know what I'm saying? If we can be real after our friendship, you're so busy looking forward to your next opportunity. I'm looking for my next tour, my next stage, my next TV opportunity. Look what we've accomplished. We out the mud. We got Gabe, the private producer, don't say nothing. Other producer don't show up. We still make it work.
We still making it work.
You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to figure out if she like raspberry or not.
Oh, I told you, Lil Fizz.
Lil Fizz, my bad, same thing. But look, I mean, look what you've accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Just Carolina's first black swimmer, Olympics.
That's right.
I like to throw it out there. Look what you've
History.
done. And then look at me, 6 seasons, 80 episodes, writer for TRL, McDonald's commercial. Me and LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
That's
I
awesome.
want people to know that.
'Cause you know you
I want people to know that.
Okay.
But nah, you gotta believe in you. That's my message for today, man. It's one of the hardest things to do, but you'll feel so much better once you say that to yourself. Like, you don't need your mama, your daddy approval. You may think you do, but you don't. You just need yourself.
Okay. I like that.
I like that.
That was
too.
on my spirit.
That's good.
That was a sermon right there.
Right.
That was
That's tambourine.
wow.
That's your play.
My God.
Okay.
Yeah, man, y'all go ahead.
Wow.
Got it over
Tambourine.
Okay, so my final thought, I guess I would say, you don't have to look like what you've been through. You probably won't look like what you've been through.
Right.
there. Well, a minute.
A lot of these folks
Hold on,
out
slow that
here,
down one more time. Bring that around the circle.
You ain't gonna look like what you've been through.
You ain't gonna look like.
A lot of these people, I think some of the strongest people I know in my life, I don't think I've ever seen them really, unless I know them personally, frown. They always up people. Like, they've been through some traumas. They've been through some shit.
Right.
And yet and still come to work with smiles on their faces, always trying to bless somebody else, always be there for somebody else. And I think that's the biggest thing on trying to be better. Like, you gotta just, sometimes it's gotta be past you. Sometimes you gotta just go out and be a blessing to somebody else when you're going through. 'Cause I think sometimes you smile on Instagram, you smile on Twitter, you talk all that good stuff, but you really be going through that stuff. And everybody be faking the front, fronting and
That's one thing I can
acting
say about you, Candace. Candace is always being a blessing to somebody.
like, I don't look like
She has,
that.
she has a
Whether you want it
very,
or not.
She just
A
be like,
very-
girl.
a very absorbing spirit. She
Yeah.
will absorb a lot of people.
I'm an empath.
Yeah.
I take
Yeah.
in a lot
And
of
she'll eat it and take that. But she has, I don't know now, but I know she has a very small circle who she can push it back out to.
Yeah, but God's gonna bless me, and I
Yes,
feel like
He
because
is.
I'm blessing other people, and at the end of the day, like all this kind of stuff, being around people who can respectfully come and help us out, that's out of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that
definitely.
really is out of love. A lot of people wouldn't do that for us. Like, they do it for you because you're famous and shit, but like For me.
But I wouldn't bring nobody over here who would do it because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of people right in my DMs right now. Oh, you're doing group shit? I'm in there. Swipe delete.
Yo, let me know if we can come on the next episode.
Swipe delete.
I'm a fan. I just want to get on and talk
No,
about
you
it.
just saw the opportunity. No,
Yeah.
man. Plus, I don't respect your opinion or your knowledge.
My favorite thing is to always say, I'll ask Darren.
I'll
I'll ask Darren. I know I'm going to say no, but I know he damn sure going to say no. I'll ask Darren.
I'm not even going to reply.
Right. Because they
That was great today. Give it up for yourselves, man.
Let's get him out of there. Get him
Yeah,
out of there.
real, baby.
Hey, man, I'm there, Big Baby Bread. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, Candace Cooper here.
Coop, Baby Podcast. What you call it?
I said combos with the clay red.
Clay Red. Combos with the clay. Red.